wonder where the river is.
Way down there.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
See a golf course, I think. Beautiful golf course.
I think I can see it. I'll show you in a minute.
Here's Marv at the Grand Canyon of Arkansas, formed by the Buffalo River. We just came south for an hour or so from Springfield, from visiting Cindy. Then a beautiful drive on Highway 7. Here's Marv. We're stopped at another scenic overview of this Buffalo River Canyon, going further south down into Arkansas on Scenic Highway 7.
Well, if you could get this shot right down here, I don't know if it would show it.
I don't know if it shows how lovely it is, but it's very beautiful. Not nearly as wide a valley here as the last one where we stopped.
Well, maybe you can shoot right from that building down and get an idea of the depth. You got it on off? Stand by. There's a building right up here to my left, so we're going to shoot from that and see if we can go down into the valley so we can get some idea of how steep this really is. I just hope it'll show. Right down into the valley. Where I'm standing here is, I'm trying to lean over as far as I can and shoot right straight down over in the top of the trees. If I don't overbalance myself, end up right down there. Must be 1,000 feet down there at least, maybe more. We're up on top of Mount Nebo. I'm gonna pan around here. I can't believe the turns in the road coming up here. To the point of where the truck would squeal the back tires just coming around the corner and trying to move up the hill. It's really steep. When we're going back, I'm gonna have Carol see if she can shoot some of the curves in the road. It's unbelievable. We just came up here to see what it like. Thought it was a little state park. They say that the best you can pull up here is 15-foot trailers. Although there's a guy up here with a motorhome, says he got 3,000 miles in that motorhome, and I guess he's pulled everywhere it's possible. I didn't think he could even get up here with it, but it's about I think he said a 24-footer or something like that. But these roads are steep. We're here in the park. Shoot better if I take the cap off. We're here in the park where they're having a fundraising today to raise money for the park in the city up here. We just missed a chicken fry. So now we gotta try to get back out of this place. We've had quite a crowd up here. Quite a few of them have left by now. Got a beautiful, beautiful swimming pool here. Yeah, right over in there. There we go.
Here we are, starting down the road. Take us back to Dardanelle from top of Mount Nebo. Mount Nebo State Park, built by the CCCs in 1930. Has some of the worst grades coming up around hairpin turns that either one of us has ever been on. Our tires squealed. Mar says he should have had a little weight in the rear end of the pickup, make it a little better. I'll shut it off now and get some shots of some of the other curves as we come to them. Or maybe I was mistaken. If so, I'll swing out when we come around, swing out with the camera so you can see out across the valley from the mountain. I really didn't know they had such mountainous scenery. They call everything down here a mountain.
Here comes it.
But this one really has mountain grades. Believe me, with some of the steepest on turns that we've ever seen. I hope that you can get the sense of it from looking through the windshield. Afraid it's a little bumpy here.
Should get better up here.
We're coming up to a pretty good one. So we'll just hang on and look for it.
Yeah, there's some better.
It's a little nerve-wracking coming up. I expect a down trip to be a little bit more easy.
Maybe we get down into these ones where they're
15 mph curve. We'll see what it's like going down this one. Actually, those pictures I took prior to this were pretty much on the plateau at the top of Mount Nebo. So we're coming to one here that hopefully you get the sense of this kind of the degree of grade here is really something else. If we can get you out there on the countryside. Here's another one. We're kind of creeping around. And I think we're coming up to another squealer here. It's just one twist after another. And pretty much straight up. I don't know if Marv mentioned, but we saw a sign on the way up said that trailers over the 15 foot were not permitted, and we certainly can see why. 10-mile-an-hour curve, S curve. I believe it's easier going down than coming up.
Oh yeah.
We both decided we wouldn't want to pull any kind of a trailer up here, even if it were under 15 foot. Yeah, we just came around another one, but I didn't have the camera ready in time to record. We'll see if we can catch one more. Here's another 10-mile-an-hour one. Maybe this will show you.
Yeah, that one's bad.
I think that was a 10 because there's a curve coming up.
I think we're out of it.
Okay, we're probably out of the road.
We are at the home place of TVA, Land Between the Lakes in Tennessee. This is where it shows you how the farmers lived many years ago. 1850. Taking a shot of one of the buildings now.
This is a dog trot house with a dog trot in the middle.
I don't know just what that means, but we'll check it out and see. This is a couple old shed here. I don't know if these are hog houses or just what they are. What they call a dog trot here is they cook on one side and eat on the other. It's like a breezeway in between, and that's exactly what it does, is create a breeze to help cool the house. These are some of the people that work here. They're eating their dinner at this time. Carol here in the kitchen. Maybe she can get her to cook me up a meal here.
It's hot old cook stove.
A hot old cook stove, huh? Yeah, put that hat on. There you go. This is a picture of the old cook stove that they cook on. This building here is used for drying their meat. I'm going to go up close and take a picture of inside. Hope it turns out. This is some of the meat hanging up here where they smoke it and then dry it to preserve it for eating and to keep it for the winter.
It's out instead of keeping that. This must be a workbench over here.
Yeah. This building right back here, I think is what they call Spring House. This is their storage shed for their plows, stuff like that. Also the corn bin. This is a horse barn. There's a horse inside here, if you can see him. We'll pan up there and see if we can. There they are. This is the original house. Was built on the farm. This was built in 1820 by the mom and dad when they first came here to settle. This tall shed here is a tobacco shed used for drying the tobacco. Right over here to the left is the hog barn that kept the pigs. And right over here is the chicken coop. I got a few chickens running around here.
Here we are at the homestead place, 1850. Saw a little lamb in the bushes. Marv was going to go over and pet it for us. There he goes, or he's going to chase him away, one or the other. Ah, there he goes. Marvin, you lost your touch with the lambs. Ah, did you hear that? Marv's going to go over now to the ox barn. Very interesting place. This morning they put on a demonstration of baking on the hearth and cooking over the fireplace. We caught them while they were eating the meal. This afternoon they have some other demonstrations planned. Here we are at the ox barn. See the big oxen out there. They tell us from the interpretive center that oxen could pull more weight than horses could. Also, we found out something new, that this wooden yoke that goes over their shoulders and is strapped under their chins is all there is. They don't have reins when they drive oxen. There's a chain from the yoke to whatever they're pulling, and then the person who's using them walks along the side with a whip and gives them directions of gee or haw or whoa. Marv went after the little lamb again, but lamb won't come out. We're a little leery of walking through these foresty places because Marv found 6 ticks on him yesterday after we took a short hike.
Yeah. Here's couple of the pigs that they raise here. Pretty good size. This is where they keep them at. It's all fenced in here. What I know about pigs, they wouldn't have stayed in this very long. They'd have rooted right up from underneath and get right out.
Come back, they'll be white. The first year those feathers are white, they may not be. That last part, they do that a lot. Won't be able to compete as much with coyotes. On the good side, they catch about 1,000 mice a year. On the bad side, some of them especially will, if any agency couldn't support the project after public hearings because of, sentiments against. They only about 14 months old, so maybe he'll grow out of this. I'm looking for his bandana. It's all that's left other, except at feeding time. We'll bring people down the first 2 weeks of the fawn's life and say, we'll go down and maybe know where the fawn's at. And it'd be like within 20 feet of the people and say, see if you can find the fawn. And they'll mess up the water. He's shy and there's nothing really good for him to hide in. He's got very sharp toenails. Very aggressive. Yep. Lovely legs.
Look at that mouth.
Pretty toenails. They eat things like baby ducks, baby geese,
Mommy, put me,
dead
hold
fish,
me.
People.
anything they can find.
Mom.
We feed them fish. See, this next one's real heavyweight. We get up to 250 pounds, 5 feet long. North America's largest freshwater turtle. This one's probably about 45 pounds, maybe 50. They scavenge, they live on the bottom, they only come out for females to lay eggs and it's back into the bottom of the river somewhere like that. You don't have to worry about them, they're not going to come out and get you. Unless the Mississippi does dry up and then they'll go to the cities to find better.
Hey, will you get him out again?
I'm going to get him out in just a second. Before I get him out, I want to tell you something to look for. As I bring him around, look at the bottom of his mouth, it'll be like this. And that's not a smile, it'll be friendly. So keep anything you want to keep back behind the rail fence. You like your fingers? No. I see it. See my fingers go, Mommy. Get back in school. I lost my fingers. This one's too heavy to hold by the tail. That could hurt him. So we'll get him by the shell.
Ooh, yuck. Look at that face.
Move to one side or the other. Get behind the rail. You'll see an opening behind the worm appendage, which is one way it can get air. Just don't make him mad.
And flies make him mad.
I want to see it. Can I see it?
I don't know.
Go ahead and see it.
Get a bird. The wildlife that may live in your tree might be.
This is a barn. Oh, and that's a bird.
Here we are at Energy Lake. We've been here 2 days. We left Cindy's and came here. This is part of Kentucky Lake, or Barkley Lake, I think they call it. They have run the two rivers together and backed it up into the valleys. Very, very pretty here. We're going to leave here today and go to Mammoth Cave, which is about another 135 miles from here. Pretty good fishing here as a general rule. It's because of the weather being so hot, why they haven't been doing much right now. Real pretty park here. You can see the lake is right below where we're camped. Little shelter house right here. It's random if you go in there and have picnics.
Here we are approaching the bridge over Lake Barkley on our way out of Land Between the Lakes. We came in on the east side on the bridge over Kentucky Lake and camped at Energy Lake Campground. We're on a gravel road, so it's probably kind of bumpy. We'll get some shots of the bridge again later on. Now we're approaching the bridge over Lake Barkley. It's a lovely area. We saw 4 deer in one group last night, some wild turkeys. Didn't see any on the way out this morning. It's middle of the morning, so I guess that's why. Here's the bridge.
Island.
Approaching. Show you the island. Here we go up the bridge. Came out this way yesterday to get some groceries. There was no commercial enterprises inland between the lakes except for the campground. So if you wanted gas or groceries or any of those things, you'd have to come out of the area, cross the bridge over into the Kentucky, regular Kentucky area. Here we are coming down the other side. Probably stop at Cadiz, see if we can get some cash from our Visa card. This is 0 milestone of the Jefferson Davis Memorial Highway between Fairview, Kentucky, where we are, and Biloxi, Mississippi. This 0 milestone was constructed by the Daughters of the Revolution. I'm sorry, Daughters of the Confederacy. It's a Kentucky State Park, right in the center of the little town here. Here's Mark performing one of the necessary functions of a trailerite. We're just preparing to go into our campsite at Mammoth Cave National Park. We haven't seen much yet here except the entrance, but it's beautiful. Well, so far what we've seen. Planning to take a cave tour tomorrow and a scenic boat ride, and we'll get some pictures of those things. We're at our site now at Mammoth Cave National Park Campground. Marv's going through the chores that have to be done. He's unhooking the electric cord from the pickup that works for the brakes and lights for the trailer. He's already put down the front jacks so that he can drive ahead and unhitch. Here's Marv working on those front jacks, getting them just right. Lift it up so he can unhitch, as we were saying. I want to show you the click it makes when it unhitches. There we go. We could probably use this as an ad for how easy it is to set up a fifth wheel. What you gonna do next, Marv?
Back it down level. I guess it is pretty level.
They have these levelers on each side of the fifth wheel, and also there's one in the front that Marv can see as he backs into place.
Back jack now.
Okay. Now, here he goes with the back jacks now.
This is usually Carol's job, but she wants to take pictures today.
You got it. I can only do it half as fast anyhow. Okay, now the next thing is to get the step that Marv made. We have a nice carpeted little porch step he made at home because we never know whether we're going to be a foot from the ground or 2 feet from level where we park with our trailer steps. So there he goes. And here are our steps down from the trailer. And all we have to do is unlock the door and we're home free.
It says, zoom in on that, see. It says welcome. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Have you got it?
Come on over here in the sunshine. If I had some-
We're down here to take a boat trip. A little coon here that's looks like he's gonna come right up to me here, I guess. Hey there, fella. Yeah, he ain't too scared of anybody, I can see that. There he goes. He just saw some people, so he coming up there, so he run up the tree.
You see
here.
what you scared up the tree?
There he is. Yeah, that little coon right up there.
Get food and let him jump down. Then climb up there.
Enormous sycamore tree here.
Hey there.
The boat just came in that we're going to take the boat trip on. We'll be loading in just a few minutes. This is a ferry coming across the river. We've got a couple motorcycles on here right now. Going down the Green River in the boat now. We're out on the bow. Taking a few pictures of the spinning around. Pan around here. plenty of sycamore trees. It goes all the way along this river. Bigger ones, they say, up to 400 years
That's all. Think about the field. That's no, we can't go back it's not by the water. Growing there instead of ours. No, I mean, what?
The dock. If you have a camera, handbag, or other belongings on the seat baggage, do not forget them. Folks often do. Thank you. We also have a couple here on the boat that would appreciate a ride back to the top of the hill if one has room.
We're lined up here to go on the free ferry across the Green River. We just had a trip on the Green River Scenic Cruise, and now we're going to take the ferry across and see what's on the other side. We're planning to take our cave tour tomorrow. Okay, we're trying it with backlight to see what it looks like that way. I'm going to zoom up, get a close look at this. It's like we're crossing the river on top of the water. Here we go, onto the ferry. We'll be the first of 3 cars. It tends to hold about 3 cars. And we'll be the first ones off across the other side. About to dock here on the other side of the river. It just signaled us with a juice that we can go on.
What are we doing? Are you fucking around or no? What are we doing? Stormy, what are we doing?
This is Carol coming up the stairs from the spring on Lincoln's farm. Just a pan shot of place where Lincoln was born. National Park. Very pretty. They had a nice film about it. We're here at Brown County Park. It's just off from Columbus, Indiana. I think this is the tightest one I've had to get into yet. Took me a couple tries on this one. Sights are long enough, but the trees are mighty close together. Hey Carol, why don't you give me a wave? Huh? Yeah.
What is it, about 5 o'clock on Saturday night?
Yeah, that's about it right now. We're gonna go down here. There's supposed to be some country western jamboree, so we're gonna grab a quick bite to eat and then run down there and see what's happening. This big state park here, I don't know how many thousand acres they said it was, but it's a pretty park. We'll stay here tonight and continue on tomorrow.
That came up to our trailer on Sunday morning. Marv's been throwing him some bread slices, and then we have some apples now. You can see how wild he is. Here's Marv sitting on a picnic table. There's a little deer. Last night we went to a music program, and driving back into the park from this little town of Nashville, Indiana, we counted 17 deer along the road, grazing. Guess she got enough. There's some children playing with frisbees and whatnot up on the road here, just behind me about 100 feet, and that's what scared him off. I think Marv's going to entice him back here with a little more apple. It's really a lovely place, an enormous park. I think it's over 400 campsites. We're about at the end, and they situated us on a dead-end spur off of the main road into the campground, so I think that's why we're seeing a deer like this. Marv's enticing him back again. You can see little antlers starting, I'd say about 1.5 inches high. Spike buck, Marv calls them. Okay. I didn't know that terminology. And that apple is really, really tempting for this guy. Oh, the kids are making some noise again up there. Oh boy, here's an apple. Gonna run away with it. I mentioned kids. We were invaded. They came armed with sugar cubes. I don't know how good those are for the deer.
We're gonna go back and fly that airplane? Huh?
The little girl came up with a bag of carrots. I think this little buck would sure love that if we can get him to come up and take him. There goes the troops after the deer. And there goes the deer.
Today we ran into something a little different. We had decided to only stay here one day, but enjoying the park so much, we decided to stay 2 days. The only thing is, we ran out of water. Now the water happens to be not too far away, right over here. Probably, oh, it's a little over back there. There it is. There's the water. A little over 100 feet. 150 feet, I suppose, from where I'm at. But the faucet is just a regular faucet, not one we can screw a hose onto. And being out of water, we didn't want to move if we didn't have to. So we decided, well, we'd try something else. We have, well, that's a 3.5 gallon pail here that Carol uses under the sink for garbage. And then we have a small pail here that holds a 1.5 gallons for that she uses in the bathroom for garbage. We couldn't find waste baskets, and thank the Lord we couldn't, because these pails really worked to an advantage today. What I done was I took my electric cord and tied the pail up in the tree, just so it's a little bit higher than the tank, the water tank on the trailer. I took the hose, filling the hose at the faucet, just letting the water run through till it fills the hose, and then holding both ends the same level so you don't lose the water. And then brought it over and put one end in the pail, and with a slight suction, just put it in your mouth and suck on it, you can start the flow of the water. So it's like siphoning gas out of a car. And I took the little small pail and just kept filling the other pail before it ever ran out. This way you keep the suction action going. And it only took, I would say half hour at the most to have enough water here for a 2-day supply. One of the main things that's nice here, if you don't use too heavy a pail, then you can use your electric cord, to fasten up in the tree or whatever without hurting the cord itself. I've even thought that if there was no trees around or anything, you could take your cord and the extension cord and throw it completely over your trailer and fasten the frame or something on the other side, and then tie the pail up on this side of your trailer just so it's above the water where you put the water in, and it would work the same way. I used a 25-foot hose for the siphoning, regular water hose. Here at the park, small little lake, pretty little lake. It's very low in water right now because of the drought.
Here we are. We found 2 bucks alongside the road. Marv's going to approach them with some apple and see how they think of that. We've just been swimming over at the pool. They appear to be smaller than the whitetails we're familiar with. It's a buck with some pretty good antlers, but he's not very big. There he goes. We came back to our site and found 2 deer right here in the road. I see they're running away from us. There we go. He's coming. Gonna come back and see what Marv has for him. I don't know if we'll get him here or not. They've been liking our apples real well. We've seen so many deer here, just unbelievable. I don't know if he's going to come back.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
There they are in the woods.
Come on.
Come get some apples.
Come on.
Where is it, Marv? I can't find it. Can't find any apple, Marv. It's a family of 4. Another young one came up to see what the sibling was getting. But they're a little leery of us, a little less tame than those down in the more open parts of the park. This is just right by our trailer. Nice buck back there eating some leaves. Here comes the buck up a little closer. Young buck. He was the most timid of all. Maybe Marv's got something worth getting over there. Offering him an apple slice. I guess not. He won't come any closer today. Come on over and get it from Marv. I think so.
This is a typical Amish garden where they grow things. They plant a row of vegetables and then they plant a row of flowers. And they say that the flowers will keep the insects away from the vegetables.
And the housewife would just come out the night before she wanted to bake and build a big fire in the oven.
Scan around now and take picture of some of the old Amish houses here. Some of their buildings. This is a disc. This is a hay loader. Cultivator. That's this disc. We have a mower over there and a seeder. It's a wagon. That's a cultivator. And this is a rake. I have used all of these. This is the windmill used for drawing water. Meat and cheese building. This is a meat and cheese building here. A little log building.
Here is a true Amish farm down one of the side roads near Napanee. We may not see any of the Amish out since it's just about noon. They're probably in eating dinner. But you can see that they have at least 2 houses on their farms. They don't take Social Security, and when the parents get old, they move into the smaller house in front, and the children move into the larger house and run the farm. And that's the way the old age is taken care of.
City. Campgrounds here. This is where many of my cousins live. Ray, Kenny, Russell, all live here. We spent the evening with them, and then we're gonna take off this morning for headed towards South Dakota. This is Ray and Vadine's place. They have a trailer here, and they've built a garage on the side. Real nice, 14 by 70.
Been about. I waited till the last. That's good. I couldn't have been over 10 years old.
Hey, Vadine, why don't you give me a smile at least?
Let me go to her like to stay with Grandpa and Grandma.
Vadine, give me a smile here at least, by gosh.
My grandfather's the type of guy.
There you go.
I was young, and Grandpa was the type of guy. Well, he'd always try to hang around with Grandpa, and it kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
And so one day he says to me, he says, finally run. Well, they did that one other day.
That a girl, just set them right there.
I'll bet Fred, you got up at 4
Wow, that's you have breakfast here, you'll be able to drive all the way to Cody, Wyoming.
Sit right down here. Good looking.
Yeah, you do that.
Russell and I always share it anyway.
I take offense to that. You might have been.
Hasn't even started yet, Walter.
Boy, they're big, aren't they?
Look, he's going to be silent. Going to be a silent
In
villain.
your backyard.
Yeah. Empty plate.
Clean
That's all I
plate.
have. They're really blueberries.
Gotta be members of the Clean Plate Club.
You mean the hybrid? The hybrid blueberry.
Got vitamins for him.
And I gotta seed it, because Russ was taking a seed.
Well,
Take a cut.
I got two more calories left.
Well, you ate it.
Oh, yeah. That way they're seedless.
That's why.
See, I can say the ones I got were seedless.
I couldn't get over
You
Aunt
know.
Stella, how nice she looks, and she ain't changed a bit.
Was she up?
Yeah, sitting there,
She
but
was sitting there just like she was waiting
she,
for
the
us.
only thing about
out
her,
there in the
her hair
lounge.
is gray, and the last time I seen her, she had brown
Can you reach
hair.
to sit him down or
Kind
whatever?
of a dark brown hair.
Was Mrs. Olson there?
She
Just walked out. We was walking away when I come up to the door.
looks better. Yeah, she does.
Hey, you can follow me over to the bus.
This is a shot of the valley. We're up here where we start going in, where they do the mining. This is just a shot of the valley below.
They're down there about there's a lot of water while they're mining. So stay past the pool and ventilate those lower levels. Pool and ventilate the main top.
Just give them one bite. They'll see the south side better. Getting closer. Yeah, about 75 feet up. You're running into this big 30-inch crusher. Very cold crusher.
This is what the cable's run on. Takes the men up and down, also the ore up and down. This is the cable winding up. Huge, but I think this goes down 5,000 feet. There's 5,000 feet of cable on there. It only takes about 3 minutes for it to come up. It's also the way the men get up and down the elevator.
Okay, do you have any
How deep
questions?
the cable's gone.
Homestead uses the equipment you see in orange. This is the tungsten carbide drill, and you're going to get about 10 to 15 minutes of drilling time off this equipment. If that bit breaks off, you can replace it with a replaceable bit, and they can be resharpened 10 to 11 times. Two bars you see at the bottom are the pinched and pointed bars, and they're used to find loose rock after blast. Find that loose rock and you secure it with a roof bolt plate and a split roof bolt plate. Each one of these holds about 5 tons of rock.
This is where they mill
They're adding rock to this one here, right? Yep. Rock, keep on
steel bars. Roll around and break up the rock. Hope this will show up. This is a picture of the vat. The vat thing is called, where they put the sand, there's a press going in, and then they run water through it. They mix cyanide with the water, and it separates the gold and silver in the sand. It's all drained out the bottom. Picture of Mike finding this for his nephew.
Mike and Marv and Patty and Carrie and Joey unloading a cement mixer. There we are.
Still work with that thing. Hi, Steve.
That's what he was stirring it in, his little rig wig.
Mercy, that's too much work. That thing is no picnic, but it's definitely quicker. Yeah.
Even saying the word.
Well, we're here at Marla and Grace's. We're going to pan around here and get a few shots of Marla's place. Right over here is his corrals and a couple of horses. I think he says he got 21 horses now all together. Yeah, you can hear one there in the background. That's nice. Another one. Kind of pan around here kind of slow. It's one of his horse trailers. Yeah. Another one of his,
my kitty.
another one of his horse trailers over there. Patty, what's Patty's the daughter's name?
Carrie.
Carrie. That's
Just think of your Aunt Carrie.
yeah. Think of my own kid.
Well, that's right. Come to think of it, yeah.
Carrie over here feeding doing the chores, feeding the animals. There's a couple more, 3 more of the horses right back there. And there we go. Got to shoot around here and get a picture of Patty's house here too. Where'd you go there, Marla? Huh? Marla snuck inside on me. There's a picture of Marla's 5th wheel right here. Like that. So they enjoy that very much. 31 footer. This is his truck he drives for work. Potato chips and items like that. There's our camper right up here. We're going to swing right around. There's an old log building that I'm trying to tell Marlon he should put a roof on this thing and save it. And right up here, Patty lives right up here. Pretty nice here. We're going to get him right now by guys coming down here. There, we're getting him. Walking down here to us. You can see he's changed a little bit here. He's getting fat. Fat and sassy. It's really nice. Got a nice house here and a tack shop and the whole shebang. There's old Marl right over here. There's old Marl. We got. Mick ain't gonna believe this when he sees you. How long has it been since you've seen Mick?
About 2 years.
No kidding.
Oh, I was as heavy then.
Yeah. Boy, this is pretty, you know. It really is pretty down here, I'll tell you. Oh, you got some good-looking horses, Marl.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you my stud.
Yeah, Eddie, I got to get a shot of this valley up through here. That really looks nice. Carrie, feeding the cows here. Look at me, Carrie. Feeding the cattle here, feeding the horses. He has a good time here. Marlon's got some pretty, it's a beautiful horse here. Doesn't have very many Appaloosa anymore, he says. It's kind of going away from a little bit. There's a little colt now raised. There's a couple of 3-year-olds down there. Marl's house. There's barns. This is a view standing Right at the edge of Marl's place. Real pretty, I hope it shows. Just beautiful, and the sun is just going down over it. Really pretty. Yeah, we're taking a picture of Grace's tack shop here. See how it turns out here anyway, by gosh. Each got saddles and bridles and I think just about anything you'd want.
Clothing.
Yeah, clothing.
Veterinary supplies.
Grace is handling English saddles now. Do they end? Starting. They got a polo club here now. She's starting handle some of the polo stuff too.
We can try that. We can put that in VCR and try it out if you want to see how it turned out.
I can't put this in the VCR. I have to. It's a 8mm, say.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna furnish bus service for kids past 8th grade.
Get a good picture of Grace here, just talking away, telling somebody about something. Why don't you look over here once, Grace? There you go. See? Give me a nice big smile.
Here, 220 in central Wyoming. Those are the Green Mountains ahead. We're hoping to make Lander tonight. We're hoping to make Lander. We left Hill City, Marlin and Grace at about 8:30 this morning. Been real lucky because it's been a fairly cool day and not the big gusty winds we'd had before. Marv wants to get a view of some of the surrounding country here. Pretty desert. A little hazy out that way. I'll go over here on this side. It's the high desert of central Wyoming. Oh, that's why it's an indoor. I'm going to try zooming up, see if we can get a better view of those mountains. They look pretty jagged and rough. I think we're going to kind of find our way through them. Get over there near South Pass and the Oregon Trail. There's some cliffs over here that remind us of the Badlands. And then up in front of them, some fields of hay. I'm sure they were irrigated by the North Platte. We've been following the North Platte River quite a ways here since about Douglas. Some nice haystacks lined up to show you how fertile this country can be when there's some water. It's been passing some nice green fields. Get a shot of this pretty color near the Alcova Dam. Shows you the reddish earth around here. Very dry, deserty. It has some beauty of its own.
We're looking now at the cleft that was cut in the rock by the Sweetwater River. This was a very, very famous landmark for the pioneers when they were coming on the Oregon Trail. They actually traveled just west to our right here. They came right through there. There's an old road up there now, but this is the trail they actually traveled. They were very pleased, course, to get here because here they had fresh water and good grass and could rest here. This was a very, very famous landmark which can be seen for miles away. We saw it, oh gosh, long ways back as we were driving here. Right here, right down from, is a Sweetwater River. We can't see the river, but we can see the ranch right down here. Now this ranch was started in 1872, and some of the original buildings are still there. It was one of the first open ranches in this area. I'll pan over so you can see where the ranch is. And right there, here's the cut in the rock. One thing we noticed as we was coming in is these seagulls just swarming around and going. There, we've got them. Just flying, flying. Couldn't figure out what the heck they were at first. They're way up near the top. There they are. I was trying to find them there, I lost them. They also say that many Indians were buried here, and the Mormons came through here and lost several. I think 145 they said had died and were buried here because they got caught in the winter. They claim that the pioneers traveled, this is about the original trail that they traveled along the river here. And there's an old road there now, but you can see it's right here in the valley. I'll pan over here so you can see that there's mountains both sides. So they're right here in this valley, which makes sense that that's just about where they went.
I kept thinking it meant split.
Couple of gals headed for Oregon and a couple of llamas with no covered wagon.
View from Carson. We're on our way to see Rosie and Leo at Crazy Moose. Thought we'd get this view of the winds. Getting another shot of the winds as we're moving along 191 towards Pinedale. Here we are at Crazy Moose Arcade. Gonna find our way up to the ranch and find Rosie and Leo for lunch.
We're here at Leo's. Just rained just a little bit. Take a picture of the rainbows. We're here at a place in Wyoming where they still do the farming and putting up the hay with horses. So we've come over here today to take some pictures of them. We're about ready to go out into the field, so we're going to pan around here and get a few shots of the horses. Some of the guys out in the field getting ready. Some big workhorses here. This is a picture of the guys down in the field getting ready to put up the hay. See some of the hay here. This is a haystack here. I'm going to pan around right over to the view that they have from this place. Right over here is the Gros Ventre Mountains. See the clouds, you can see the snow in the mountains. Little patches of snow up there. They sure got a view from this place. Very pretty. Snow is almost gone. It's probably as much as it will melt this year. Here's the guys just starting out with the dump rake to rake the hay up. Here we have another rake, dump rake going out. And another one. This is a hay buck here. Take up the hay with that and take it over into the haystack. You can see him raking the hay here. Go back. When that gets so full, I try to keep the rows lined up as much as possible. It gets right to that one, and he'll dump. Puts it with a lever, that dumps it. We'll go right back over here. When it gets so full, you have to know about what time. When it gets full up so that it's starting to leave the hay on the ground, then you dump it. This guy's coming along the row. That picks the hay right up from the windrow. Little dogs out here. They like to be around where the horses and the people are working. Play around, follow you around the field. Get her out of there, get it away that way. That's what you call a hay buck. Kind of hard to see over that. That hay gets up this high sometimes. You gotta stand up once in a while to see where it's going, 'cause you can't see over it setting down. I'm gonna take this hay right over to this, well, it's a stacker here. I don't know just what they call this. We never used it. And they pull it right up on the stack of hay with that. We used to haul it in wagons and pitch it off by a fork, but that's an awful lot of work. It takes a lot of time. Puts it right there. Back the horses away from it. Push it up to get it just right. Now there's a guy in the truck. They could use horses for this too, but you'd have to let them stand there for so long. They use a truck to do this work. Backing up the truck. Okay, right up on the haystack. And eventually you have to get up there and place it around to make a nice stack out of it. Yeah. Got it made. See the guy going up the ladder. Run up to the top of the stack. Grab his fork. And he'll place that hay around to make a nice even stack. You place it, you lay it flat, and then it will shed the water. There's a little trick to it. Place it around and place it flat. It'll all shed the water that way. Here's another team with a buck rake that just came out. They got some pretty good loads there. Look at those horses. Look at them horses. Aren't they pretty? Watch them. Look at that one on this side. He's just prancing. Yeah, just a prancing.